Can I survive 100 days in a zombie apocalypse in hardcore Minecraft? I have to survive 100 days in a post-apocalyptic world where there is abandoned and ruined cities along with tons and tons of zombies everywhere you turn. And these are not just any normal zombies. Any light, any movement, any sound, and they will come and they will hunt you down. And if I can survive to day 100, well, then we might just have to face a zombie boss. Alright. Day 1. In the hardcore zombie survival world. Now, all I know is I have to absolutely be prepared for night as quickly as possible because the zombies will come out in hordes. And as you'll see right here, we do have some abandoned cities that were taken over during the whole apocalypse. So we're going to make our way over here and see what we can find. So I'm not sure if I really want to go in any of these abandoned city buildings yet because they were just packed full of mobs. I think one of the hardest things is going to be trying to find food. Thankfully, we have a whole bunch of sheep here, which we're going to use. Alright, now we're back to the base of Minecraft, but I think one of the best things that we can do is just use these cities that are already here to make our base. Like, why not just make that into our base? Now, like I said, one of the things I'm worried about the most is going to be getting food. So we're going to do what we can to cook up some food right now. We're also going to take down this tree. Now, I do know that there should be a bunch of mob spawners in these, and there's even crafting tables, and there'll be a little bit of loot. So let's go ahead and try and find our way up to the road here. Well, I guess we'll just break down the door here. I did hear some mobs in here. Oh, and they have a scary noise too that they make. I know skeletons are also a little bit better. Skeletons, spiders, and zombies are all improved with the mod in play. As you can see, I'm already down to 3 hearts and I left a trail of blood, which is not good. This is what happens if you get hit really hard. You'll leave a little trail of blood, and then other zombies and other mobs will be attracted to this. So I'm going to go ahead and we need to get our way upstairs or something. I don't know if we're doing this too early. I hope not, but we do have a chest with a little bit. Thankfully, we got some bread. Now, I do hear another mob moving around in here. Uh-oh. Do you hear someone else moving around? It's really scary. Like I said, they might have tracked that blood already and already be coming for me. Oh, I don't know how he hit me there. Yeah, maybe this isn't the smartest idea to go up here already because these guys are messing me up, especially in hardcore. You know what? We're gonna abandon this idea. We're gonna come back later to this. Now, honestly, as the sun sets on the first day, I think we're just gonna spend the first night in this little hole right here. This right here is gonna be our home for tonight. Thankfully, we got some wool earlier, so we go to make ourselves a bed. Alrighty, day number 2. Let's get it. Pretty much all of day number 2 was spent entirely underground, fighting off zombies and collecting resources, which was all pretty uneventful until this point right here. Ooh, the baby zombie's a scary one. These guys... Oh, iron sword and everything. This isn't good. Oh. Oh, that was way too close. That was way too close. Give me blocks. Oh, that was really close. Oh man, that's scary. Let's get out of here. We're getting out of here. That was really close there. So after a close call in the caves, I decided to spend the next day trying to find a place where we can set up our base. Alright, I kind of like this area a lot better. There's a bunch more trees for us to mine for wood. And it's a little bit more green and nicer than that other acacia biome. So I think we should take one of these up here. And also there's a nice little waterway going through this part of the city. Yeah, I really like this right here. We got a couple buildings here which we can build up and we can build into. I think this might be where we lay our claim for a home. But first we got to clear out all these unwanted guests. What is this? Oh, there's more. Oh, there's a lot. Did we find a horde down here? Hopefully not. We might have found something that we don't want to mess with down here. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them coming out of down there. I think we're in the subway system of the city, so that's kind of cool. We got a subway system right here. We also got a lot of zombies. Oh, and they hit hard. Holy cow! I was not expecting to find all that in there. Oh my goodness, man. What is this? Water breathing potion? Alright, this is not a sign to set up here. Okay. There's gotta be some zombie spawners back there or something like that. Here, actually, we'll start in the subway system. This will be a little safe spot downstairs right here, and then we'll expand. All right, here are a bunch more mobs around us, but at least this is secured. Can I sleep in the bed? That's gonna be the question. Is it nighttime? Here we go. All right, this is our little base here. We got ourselves some extra rooms on the side. Alrighty, I like what we're working with so far. Now, if we can go upstairs. Holy, oh my goodness, there's like 6 or 7 of them. Like actually though, not even with the joke. Okay, I'm gonna let them hit themselves. We're just let them fight each other. I think they're done fighting each other. Oh, that was easier than I expected. Alright, and so 10 days later, this area is looking a lot more navigatable. Before, if you remember, this is all just ruins on top of here, and ruins on top of all of these that were really hard to navigate. All I pretty much done is I flattened them out, and put some torches. I tried taking care of the vines, but you know, there's a lot of vines in here. And I've also taken care of this front section again, just threw down a bunch more torches, cleaned up some of the trees and whatnot. I then spent the next 10 days doing everything that I can to restore the ruined city all around me. Also, a lot of these buildings I have filled up with some torches. On top of that, if we head on down to the base again, I've done some basic things again, like light up these pathways. But if we go and hop down here, I built myself a little strip mine since I wanted to go back into the caves, but it was way too scary. I mean, you guys remember how we got chased through last time, so I kind of just abandoned the caves. There was one like right here that I went in for a little bit, just to get a couple of diamonds and things, but I've been starting to strip mine, and these are just a couple mines that go very, very far away. But now for the next project, we're either going to go to the nether, or we're going to start making this to some type of mob grinder. I believe that if I just dig down below this, that it should open up to, yep, the next chamber. And down here, there's also a whole bunch of, or I thought there was mob spawners. Maybe it's down into here. Yes, these mob spawners. So I should be able to just make a giant hole here and dig all this stuff out, and then they should all just spawn and fall down, and we can collect all their drops. But yeah, you guys get the idea. They're gonna spawn here and they're gonna fall down there, and then, I mean, the XP farm would be the best way. So I guess we'll have to push them somewhere somehow, and then do something. Maybe we'll do something with like mine carts or whatever. I don't. Ooh, that could have been very bad. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. After this, I went exploring throughout the city, just seeing what I could find, hoping to maybe find some obsidian, so that way soon we can go to the nether, when eventually I came across this blaze spawner. Whoa, I didn't know that there would be a blaze spawner out here. That is not something that I was expecting. Holy cow, I was just exploring the city some more, and there's blaze spawner. We don't even have to go to the nether then. We could just stay here and get some blaze rods. And we had managed to farm up a couple of blaze rods until this happened. Oh, that was close. That was the closest we've gotten so far. That was half a heart. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. No more messing with the blaze. If I didn't have that golden apple on me, that might have been it. So I think I got myself enough blaze rods regardless, so we can make tons of blaze powder, so we can turn those into the eyes of Ender and go to the end. But I'm gonna do a little something backwards here. Is actually I got myself a bunch of obsidian. And because now we need Enderman, and believe it or not, a good place to find Enderman is actually in the nether. So funny enough, we got the blaze rods for the nether, and we're going to the nether to get Enderman. Because I haven't seen like any out here. And so yeah, here we go. How did that hit me? How did that hit me? Okay, you know what? Matter of fact, this is already bad. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm already going back. This is already... Alrighty. Well, that's why we don't go to the nether, because it's extremely dangerous. Alright, this time I'm going in more prepared. Not only do I have a gold helmet for all the piglins, but I also have myself a bow and arrow with like 20 something arrows. So now let's try it again. So now we're gonna do something that's really scary to do. I always hate doing this. Oh, well, there's a fortress right there. That's pretty lucky. Well, we don't really need blaze rods, but we should still go down there. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. There we go. Alright, we should be good to get back to what we're doing. Now, one thing I do want as well is a bunch of glowstone, because I want to try and make a mob farm here soon. And glowstone is one of those blocks that you just need. We managed to find ourselves a little bastion. Hopefully there's some piglins. Okay, there is some. All those guys aren't nice though. Just looking for some normal piglins, so hopefully we can trade with and get ender pearls that way, because I cannot find any Enderman anywhere. All right, we got one of them secured. We're gonna sit here and throw him gold for a while until he gives me what I would like. We're gonna sit here until he gives me ender pearls. There's no way he doesn't. What do we got, like 15, 16 chances? I don't want that. That's garbage. Well, I gave him, what, like 3 stacks of gold, and that was enough for a total of 6 ender pearls and just all this other junk. So I'm gonna let him go now, and let's go ahead and head back home. Here, we'll just splash this so we can pick that one up. Alrighty. Let's go find ourselves where this ender dragon's at. Where did that go? That way. So it's literally underneath this abandoned building that's here. So we're gonna go ahead and go inside, and man, this place is very roughed up. So I've just fallen into it, which means that it's around here somewhere. Oh, we found diamonds. But it's around here. It's probably... Yep, I hear the silver fit. You know what I mean. Here it is. I figured it'd be close by. We'll get rid of that thing. And how many? Absolutely 0 of the frames are filled. So that's not very nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pearls. Well, that means we have a lot more ender pearls to try and go get. Well, well, well. Would you look who we got right here? Who's running away from me? And they're gonna do that. Let's go. 1 down, 5 more to go. Alright, I don't know how many days later this is now, but just so you know, I've given up trying to find the Enderman because it's literally impossible. I've instead gone and made myself all diamond armor, and I have enchanted it all, so that way we can get back here into the nether and trade with these guys. Like I said, the first time I went to the nether, it was a little bit sketchy, got a little close a couple times, so this time we're coming better equipped, and we're just staying with these guys till we get ender pearls, because I literally cannot get the enderman to drop it. Like, I don't know if there's a glitch or if it's because of the mods or what, but I mean, they dropped the other 5. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I have 7. Oh, there we go. They just gave me 2. I didn't even realize it. Well, that was a lot quicker than I expected. I guess I'll take everything that's in here, and you guys have a good day. I'm going back, finally. Alright, so now that we have everything we need to go and fight the ender dragon, there's one more thing I would like, which is more arrows. And instead of crafting all the arrows or fighting skeletons, I can just use this farm here because there's skeletons here at the bottom. And as long as I set this up to how it should be, which means I have to dig at least like 21 or 22 blocks down from here, then we can get all the skeleton drops at the bottom, which would be a lot more convenient than doing it any other way. And alright, everything should be set up and working now with our little mob spawner. And, well, maybe they'll be one shot down there. But here they are, and they fall down here, fall down, and get really, really weak. And all we're going to do is just patch this up, and it should be running at full efficiency. Of course, I wanted to drop it down a couple more blocks just to make sure they died when they hit the ground. But there's like a big water pool here. Of course, nothing can be easy. But these guys should all be one shot at the very least, which means we can collect arrows much more quickly. And alright, we've got ourselves our stack of arrows along with the spectral arrows that we got from all those piglins. So I think that should be more than enough to fight the ender dragon. I think we got everything we need other than maybe like a bucket of water or 2 or 3 or 4, but that's all we really should need. Alrighty, I think we got everything we need, so why don't we just go for it. Alrighty, we got a good little spawn here. I prefer spawning in an encased platform rather than a platform that's open, because that means that we're safe for at least a little while in here. And now I know you guys have seen people defeat the ender dragon 100 times. It's really nothing that crazy. You shoot all the crystals and then you just hit the ender dragon. So let's just go ahead and skip to the end right here. Yes, guys, I know I defeated the ender dragon. That means I'm really good at this game because that's never been done before. I mean, yeah, everyone kind of does this. It's not really that big a deal, so. Woo, we defeated the ender dragon. I don't really care about defeating the ender dragon. I just wanted the end cities because we need to get ourselves an elytra. That would make this all so much easier. So we have finally found an end city with an end chip on it. Where is it at? Right there. So let's have some fun and let's go through this. Here we go. Finally can get our elytra. Oh, of course there's an enderman up here too. Ooh, that's a good shovel. We'll take that all day, baby. We didn't even have a diamond shovel yet. I will take that though. That's the whole reason I'm here. Alright, now everything becomes significantly easier, because even if these guys float me all the way up here, I don't even gotta worry, I can just float on down. Man, I love the elytra. I don't even know how we got around before the elytra was added into the game. I mean, having to walk everywhere, man, that would have taken forever. Right, and there's gonna be our exit home. Let's see, can we hit it on the first try? Straight through. Let's get it. Here we go. Can we hit it? Hey, we hit it. Let's go. Well, now that we got our elytra, the next thing that we need is we need all the best gear in the game. So how do we get that? Well, we get that through the enchants, the villagers, which are over there. So I'm gonna bring those villagers over there, and I'm thinking we can put them in either that one or in that building. All right, here's what I'm thinking. On the rooftop up here, we'll put a bunch of dirt, and we'll have all the villagers being bred up here. And then what we'll do is we'll take them down one by one, and then the villager trading area will be right below this. Alrighty, so a little while later, this is what our little impromptu villager breeder looks like. You can see I brought them over from that other village, and I only need 2 of them. So we got 2 of our farmers here, and they're gonna harvest all of these potatoes for us, hopefully. So while they're doing work up here, I guess it's time to start working on the little trading hall, which I think I'm just gonna put right below us. Alright, so a little while later, I have this very rudimentary villager system. What they do is they're going to drop through that trapdoor right there. They'll land right here on the chest in the water, and then they'll essentially just run into one of these holes in which we can trade with them from. In case you don't know, villagers and mobs see trapdoors as solid blocks, so they'll try and walk over them, and then they'll just fall through. And when that hole is filled with a villager, we can just close it on up. And then we'll just sit here with the lectern or whatever we need, and we'll just cycle their trades over and over again. And they also can't escape because we got slabs up here. So and I'm still waiting on my villagers to start breeding and making baby villagers. Sometimes they can take a while to start off because they need to harvest all of these crops and have a whole entire inventory full of them before they can start throwing them to one another. But in the meantime, we're gonna need a way to get XP so that way we can put all of our books on our OP armor. So we're gonna come down here to our little XP makeshift farm that we have. I want to make this international XP farm. Alright, so my thought is that they all fall from up there. They fall into this water right here. This water is going to push them into this water stream here. They fall into here, and this will be our chute that goes upwards and drops them back down to where we need them to be. Alrighty, and so a little while later, I can say it confidently works. It makes them all one shot. You just come over here and hit them all one time and get tons of XP, of course, unless they have armor on. Sometimes it'll be a 2-shot, but that is a great XP farm. You can see we did exactly what... I totally forgot that they could stand on that. Maybe we should. Well, I found a... Okay, I found a potential flaw right away. Is that we should actually be putting slabs... Another slab. Slabs on top of this so they can't spawn. But now I know. But anyways, ignoring that tiny little mistake I made, it's working well. They spawn here. They get pushed down that hole, and we have to be like right here because you have to be in like the spawn radius of the spawner in order for them to spawn. If we come up here, it's really not the prettiest thing. Like I said, it looks pretty ugly. It looks even worse now, but you know, it's functional, and that's all that really matters. Or actually, it doesn't look that bad. Pretend like it's a little like archway or something like that. But yeah, they get pushed up here, pushed over, and then they fall down because you need them to fall. I think we have them falling 22 or 23 blocks. Somewhere around that is what gets them all the way down to 1 shot. So that way we can just walk up to them and just hit them 1 time. And I came up here to check on the villagers. Maybe they weren't in like the render distance because all these crops are completely unfarmed. I was really hoping I'd come up here and have like a million villagers. But being all the way down there working on the spawner, it must have been too far away for these guys to be active. Because yeah, look, all these are grown to the max, but these guys are just now harvesting them all. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait up here for as long as we can until eventually they start giving us some villagers. Maybe I can even help them. Oop, we don't want that though. Alright, I would say that looks a lot better. We got quite a few more villager friends here. And now that means we can start the slow process of getting these guys down in this hole so that way we can have our villager trading hall. And now you see, I just remembered in order to get the best enchants from all these guys in here, we need ourselves a bunch of emeralds so that we can not only buy the books, but we can also trade with some of them to get even more emeralds to buy all of these. And so there's 2 ways that you can do that. We can do that using paper, using some type of sugarcane farm, but that farm is going to be a little while before we have a lot of paper. And so the other best option besides using paper is to use iron. In order to use iron, we're going to build ourselves an iron farm using all those villagers that we have up here. So let's get to it. And so that took us a lot longer than I thought it would, but we finally have our iron farm over here, and we just placed it on top of one of these towers. And it's just a very basic iron farm where the zombie goes around and looks at the villagers and scares them, spawns the iron golem up there, and then we collect all the sweet iron down there. And it's not really all that far away from my base. You can see it's right there. And then the rest of the base of the villagers is all up here. But now that we have the iron farm over there set up and we have our villagers ready to go, now we can really start trading to get the best trades. And alright, so now that the real boring part of getting the best tools and all of the best armor that we can possibly get is done, now we can finally move on to something more useful. Well, you can call it useful, or you can call it impractical, or you can just call it boring. What I would like to do is I would like to take this entire area, and you see all these pieces of all this like mossy and all this chipped stone brick. I would like to replace it all with stone brick, as well as remove all of these vines, so that way this whole area looks like a completely set up city. Now, I'm not going to do like all over the other side of the street and stuff like that, but I'm thinking we just do this area right here, and maybe these couple buildings, we tidy them up and get rid of all these vines that are in front of them and make them look a whole lot nicer. But alright, so it's not perfect, but it's certainly better than it was. I mean, you look at all this is all stone bricks. It's no longer the mossy or the cracked stone bricks. It looks a lot better. You have this still like cobblestone and stuff, but all these vines too, these were all taken care of, so it looks a lot nicer. And if we come around the street on the back side here, you will also see that all of the leaves were also all taken care of, and so it looks a lot nicer than it was. Obviously, this is like a massive city, so you could do this all day long, but as you see, it looks better around the back. And I mean, okay, maybe over here still needs some more work, but you get the point. For now, I have something more important to do. As you see, I don't even have any more firework rockets, and I just have a little bit of gunpowder left. And so I think we're going to need to build ourselves a mob farm, so that way we can get more firework rockets. But if we come over here, I'm thinking we're going to put a mob farm probably above this right here. We'll probably go up in the sky and put it right there. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. Let's try it. Alright, so I'm not going to lie, I might have gone a tad bit overboard with it, but you know, I need something to do while we're wait for the day 100 boss fight that we're about to have. So I decided to spend a lot of time on this. It's one of the best mob farms in my opinion. As you can see, they spawn on all of these blocks and they're already shooting at me. And I mean, they're falling down right now, but that's just on accident because I'm flying by. The way it actually works is if we come up top here. This is a little AFK spot. I have it turned off right now just because when it goes so fast. It makes so much. But all we do is we pop about that many blocks in there, and then once that timer goes, it'll switch this redstone back and forth, and then I'll deploy all the water buckets, and all the water buckets will push all these guys down to the bottom. And then when they get pushed down to their bottom and all their drops are down here, what we do is we can flip this lever right here to the on part, and that will send all of the minecarts up here off to go and pick up everything. And then what they will do is, I can't land up here, but they'll collect all the stuff. It's a bunch of hopper mine carts. They'll pick up everything, and if they're full, they'll sit here and they'll unload, and then once they're not full anymore and they're done unloading, they will go right back. So I'm going to turn it off for now because I've already had it running for like 20 minutes, and you get so much stuff so incredibly quickly. But yeah, I guess at this point, all that's left is prepare for the day 100 boss fight to see if we can defeat the boss and save the city again. And hey, up until this point, we've done a lot. We built a massive mob farm. We have that massive iron farm up there. We have our villager breeder up there. And you know what? Before day 100, I would like to do one more thing. We've been living in this little bunker essentially the entire time, but I think it'd be kind of cool to put a small little house on the top of this. I think it would be funny if we put like a normal looking house too, just in the city, just like sitting on top of there. Something small, but something that we can say like, yeah, that's our home. Because right now we still kind of live in just the skyscraper basements right now. Come on now, you gotta admit that's a pretty beautiful house, especially because of the fact that it's in a massive like modern broken down city, and then we just have this beautiful house. Ooh, look at that with the moonlight too. Man, it looks good. We have just these steps right up into it. It's all wood and homey. There's nothing really in here yet, but you know, here's just the outer shell. We'll put some chests, we'll put some crafting tables and stuff in here, and then now this part of the building sort of acts as like the basement. It's kind of cool the way it all came together. All of our storage systems are down here. Now we do have to prepare for the final boss fight, which is going to be coming on day 100. So I'm just going to get myself, I think we're going to need ourselves probably a better bow and arrow, some water buckets, maybe even some potions. We'll see. All right, I think we are finally ready on day 100 to go off and fight the zombie boss. I think I'm well equipped. I got my sword. I got an enchanted bow. We got food. We got golden apples. We have our shield. I think we are ready to go for this fight. So let's go and try and find this guy. I don't know where he's at, but I believe he's somewhere down this highway. And so on day 100, we set off to find the zombie boss. And I don't know, that up there looks quite suspicious. Yep, I think I can hear him up there. There's lots of mobs down here too protecting him. All right, he's already giving me these mining effects and whatnot. Yep, there he is. Here we go. Here is the boss fight. Day 100, 100 days in hardcore survival. Oh man, I don't know what that is. He's got some ground attack that he's pulling out at me. I say we start hitting him with the bow here. Did he just deflect that? Oh, he doesn't even get hit from the bow. Well, that changes my plans a lot. I had no idea that he was not going to get hit from the bow. Ooh, he hits me hard. Whoa, he just threw me off there. Okay, we're going to regroup. Let's eat some food and let's regroup over here. You know what? Actually, eat the golden apple. We have 3 of them. We have 3 of them for a reason. This guy's a lot stronger than I thought he would be, especially because of the fact that, yeah, the bows just do not work. Well, oh, wait. Oh, so it does work. Oh, wait, it is working a little bit. It's like you just have to hit him in the right spot for the bow to connect. Oh, he hits me. Okay. Oh, he hits me for a lot. 2 or 3 hearts every time he hits me. I don't know what the strat is here. We dodge these. We dodge these. And then what's he going to do? Oh, he's got a bunch of minions that spawn too. Oh, and he's hit me. Okay. Oh, that was close. That was close. Down to 2 hearts. Down to 2 hearts. He almost has. There, we were 1 hit away. All right. Honestly, I don't even know what to do, guys. I'm gonna find this guy throughout the entire night. I mean, the sun's already coming up on the next day, and I'm still fighting him. Man, he's just tanky. All right. I mean, I've been fighting this guy for literally almost an entire Minecraft day and night. I don't know how many times I have to hit him. I literally have to go and get more food. I ran out of 32 pieces of steak and 3 golden apples. So I got to get more food and I'll be right back. All right. So I finally went and got more food and we are back now. Still the same as that guy. I mean, can he just never, ever go down or something? We've really been fighting this guy for an entire Minecraft day and night at this point in time. We've gone, we've gotten food, we've come back, and he's still here. I know that he's got to be weak, though. I know he's got to be low. Oh, I know he's got to be low. Come on, man. Oh, half a heart. That was close again. I mean, man, we've been fighting this guy for so long. He still just will not go down. Oh, we got him. Oh, we finally got him. Oh, man, that was a long fight. We finally got him. We just got to kill those little minions now. Oh, that was it. Oh, we left stuff on the ground. Let's pick it up. And that's the last of his minion army as well. That was a long fight. That's probably the longest boss fight I have ever done. A whole Minecraft day. What's that? Like 30-something minutes, maybe even more spent fighting this guy. But we finally brought down the zombie king. And with that, I think our ruined city can begin to rebuild. And we have now survived 100 days in a zombie apocalypse in an abandoned city in Minecraft Hardcore.